Hello everyone, this will be a longer video. We took a trip to Bari as it was a surprise from my wife for our family anniversary. This will be a reflection of our own experience. Some people might have a better one, some people a worse one. Typically I'm trying not to be biased. You'll see through the camera lens. If I would do it again, sure. The conclusions will be at the end of this clip. So this is the entrance for our accommodation. Very creepy and definitely not sturdy looking. The place is okay, the apartment itself is okay. But the building is very slummy. And one of the traps when you're booking online. Currently waiting to go to Alberobello by bus. All this chaos here. Notice the area is not the cleanest. Although, to be fair, we're in the train station area. But something caught my eyes. Romanian language. Proletari din toate țările, uniți-vă. A communist manifestation for 1st of May. Yeah. That's why the street looks like it looks. Because you need the government to do something for you, right? That's why you want to be communist. We are waiting
because we have this bus that goes to other cities and other buses that goes to Alberobello only. If we have people that go to other cities, they have the priority, of course, because they don't have other buses. But you that you have to go to Alberobello and you have the other buses to Alberobello at the same time, you have to wait.
So, we got tickets for Alberobello. We're waiting for this bus, which has arrived, but we're not supposed to hop in yet because apparently priority is for the ones which are going first on closer stations. Alright. Far we got in, no air conditioning. I think we'll be finally on the move. Not that bad. These people not running in the bus. Alright, our bus has arrived in Alberobello. We only got AC just for survival. We are now in Alberobello in the Trulli area. Trullis, Trullo for singular, are these structures here. And apparently this is the place with the highest density. So today the site has become an UNESCO Heritage Site. I'll try to let you know what these structures are for, how they were born. Although I believe that these ones are not fully original, Trullis were structures born out of necessity. So, apparently, initially they were temporary sheds for agriculture purposes. They were built with the limestone found on the fields or recovered from the fields. And then in some cases they became permanent residences. The technique is a double layer of stones on the exterior. They are filled with gravel, and the roof is also the same limestone recovered from the fields. Everything is simply whitewashed, and we get these very nice little houses.
Non dovete guardare per aria e far finta che non c'è nessuno intorno a voi. L'obiettivo è seguire l'insegnante e la fila. Non state da soli con i vostri genitori che vengono dopo, altrimenti rischiate poi.
These structures are made of limestone, which was recovered from the fields. They used no plaster to put them together, just like a puzzle, a 3D puzzle. And they got these interesting structures with a pointy roof. Of course, this one is to help out pouring the water during rainy days. We can actually see here how trullis were actually built. So we have these roughly cut limestone blocks, and they were set here without any plaster. 2 rows, and within the wall there's compacted earth and gravel. This kind of wall was used by Romanian ancestors as well, the Dacians, and it was called Murex Dacicus. Of course, much thicker and with a defensive role. The site today is an UNESCO Heritage Site because the same technique was used for these buildings for more than 1,000 years. And apparently the last trullis were built at the end of the 18th century, in the 1790s. And these are the motifs used on the roofs of these trullis. Although some of these buildings are today used for commercial purposes, more than 40% of them are original and inhabited, and that's why they can now be part of the UNESCO Heritage Monument. Sorry. So this is one of those places that you cannot dislike no matter what. There's no way you cannot appreciate the effort of these people to build these structures with whatever they had in hand. Nothing fancy, no engineering, just whatever they would have on hand. So we can say that these Trullis are truly a masterpiece of peasants' craftsmanship and problem solving. So I've been into that beautiful corner over there. And there's an unhappy gentleman that no one is purchasing from this particular store here. And he started calling everybody names like no one would understand. Calling everybody pezzi di merda, which means pieces of shit. It's a gentleman of around 45 years old, now hiding inside. The place is lively with tourists, which is a great thing. Of course, you cannot expect everything to be just for you. Check this out, lots of people taking photos and everything. Of course, not everybody's happy because you have people passing through your frame. But hey, this place is actually for everybody. So if you wish to have it just for yourself, pay the locals and rent it. Like fully rent it. That's how you do it. So for all the people who are upset of tourists being present in public and touristy places, guys, choose your time wisely or simply rent the entire place just for you.
E vorrei poterti dire, guarda che luna, guarda che mare, guarda che luna, guarda che mare, guarda che luna, guarda che mare.
So this is our ride with our driver in order to get back to Bari and brake and jump and judging by the car in front of us, I would say another jump and brake, not jump and brake, it's just forward and now centrifugal force. You might be tempted to say that I am BS eating, but we want to sit together, of course, 3 people, and this is sitting next to me. Constantly jerking, braking, so you need to really hold on for your dear life. Yeah, the idea was to cross the railroad here. I was about to be happy and grateful for the gentleman who directed us to reach the beach. So I asked him about the place. He said, well, you should take bus number 12, not 13, not 11, just bus number 12. Before that, I did the research on Google, and it was showing bus number 2, line number 2. So I trusted the gentleman at the info office, took bus number 12, stopped across a railroad behind us and behind this row of buildings, and we had to find a way to get back here. And when we crossed the railroad, we could see bus number 2 arriving. So this is the second black point to Italian helpers, employees on the transportation. And this is how the beach looks like. There's garbage everywhere. It's not even a large one, so small beach. This is what they have, and it's absolutely nasty, absolutely filled with garbage. I really wanted to say something nice about this place, but I don't have anything nice to say so far. Bari's beach is nasty. I have all this garbage here. The sand is very nice. The trash bins are there, but still. Also, I went to a beach bar here, got the gin tonic. Tonic water was open, was a small bottle, and there's no fizz in it, so it tastes like crap. €9. €9 for that one. Yeah, great. Sorry. Can I disturb you for a moment? I'll bring this back. I would be ashamed for a bartender, as a bartender, to serve this to a customer. That one was open, the ice is bad. It's totally shit. Thank you. Those are the passports. Didn't disappoint, so we came back. Got the high. Oh, 46.40. So I'm now in the search of a better, cleaner body, and for the moment I'm not disappointed. Came across this lovely castle, the Norman Robin Castle, apparently built in 1233. That day already. I believe it's already 30 Celsius and it's not even 10 o'clock. Look at this bastion. It's a very interesting shape. Now, I don't want to be a hater. The place is absolutely amazing with the architecture, with the history. It's very Instagrammable if you wish. You can get very nice photos on this lovely street. Unfortunately, there are two issues at the moment. So one of them is the fact that public transportation is very confusing and doesn't work properly. And the other one is that people tend to be quite rude, noisy, arrogant in some cases. There we go. Very, very interesting place. Traffic here is completely confirming the Italian stereotypes. I told my wife when we got in, watch out, these people are not paying attention, they don't know what they're doing. And watch out when crossing the street, which is quite tricky. You need to be paying attention when crossing the street. That's because these people are really do not care. They can run you over, they brake in the very last moment. The thing that we could see also in the city bus yesterday. Lots of tourists. So once again, when in a tourist area, do not expect the place to be just for yourself. There's plenty of other people trying to enjoy it. Yes, we can say that this is the cleanest area of the city.
Yeah, these are the big fish. Vuoi di mangiare quello qui?
This is quite typical and I would say authentic, although the area where it's addressed is very touristy. So we have these people in these 3-wheel carts, Piaggio Ape, farmers like to bring their produce to market. I'll take this route, hoping that there's less people. I was praising the place for being nicer, cleaner, and indeed it is the nicest part of Bari so far. Except for the dog poop, which is everywhere. No exception in the nicer part of the city. But that's because, there we go, shops everywhere. It's because people are actually living in these apartments here. Even on the ground floor, they step straight into the street. And in evenings they litigate a lot, they fight a lot in this area. So there it is. Buongiorno. Okay. All right. I need to somehow, oh, very nice, find my family. Enjoying them back. So this will be Basilica of St. Nicholas, initially a Byzantine one and then taken over later on. It is super old, so you can notice the typical Romanic type of building, plus the symmetry within it. We'll see if I can show you that here inside. Compared to the first day when we came, the place is absolutely busy. I'll try to quickly show you something interesting. They don't understand.
Inoltre chiedo gentilmente di non sostare sul tappeto al centro, quindi spostiamoci tutti sui lati, grazie. Please step aside from the carpet. Also, I repeat, we are in a church, so please let's make silence altogether. Let's respect this place. Thank you.
Cockroaches will never respect places like this because they're here to snap some photos and be gone. Well, I would like to show you something. So first of all, we have this amazing pulpit. The pulpit dates back from the 1600s. It's a wooden pulpit. And then when you have to look on the Baroque paintings on the ceiling, which are also super amazing. And it's actually the tomb on Saint Nicholas. Now I won't be going there because people are going and praying, so it's actually their intimate moment with God. You can see next to the altar older paintings dating back from Byzantine times, and then the actual altar. So once again, pulpit 1600s. And there's a scene of Saint Nicholas talking in front of Emperor Constantine. Another one there. And this is Saint Nicholas saving the fishermen or sailors helped by angels. Quite an emotional load for most of the Christians, both Orthodox and Catholic. But of course you cannot ignore how amazing this building is, and also the art. And there we go. We also have the scenic view of no more nice Bari. Back to the garbage area. That's too bad. We have this street where apparently there's been a fight with flour, and not only it looks like shit, smells like shit. It's totally bad. One thing I would like to emphasize, coffee here is the best in the world. Might be a lot of inconveniences, but once again I got this tiny macchiato, best in the world.
Cabin crew and takeoff.
Bari is a beautiful city with lovely architecture and a rich history, but has a hygiene problem. And it's not poor waste management, but rather the attitude of people who throw trash everywhere. Dog poop is omnipresent and gives you the constant feeling that you're about to step in some. Contrary to its reputation as an unsafe city, we didn't experience any incidents. For a short stay of 2 or 3 days, it is advisable to rent a car, as public transport isn't very efficient. We didn't do that because we were worried that we wouldn't find parking, and we were right. There were roadworks on our street. For certain purchases, you'll have to find specialized stores. The food was good and the coffee was perfect. If you get used to the loud nature of the locals, the borderline unsafe traffic, and arm yourself with a thick skin, you can actually have a pretty enjoyable experience.
Dear passengers, welcome to Bucharest Otopenarican International Airport, where the local time is 34 minutes past 5 p.m.